Hello, welcome to Euro Truck Simulator. Today we're in London, and our first venture on the multiplayer Truckers MP server is we are headed towards Paris from London.
Okay, here we go.
I had to reconfigure my wheel, so I'm hoping everything works here. So far, so good. My steering sensitivity changed, so I'm going to have to kind of creep along here for a few minutes and get a feel for if I'm turning too quickly or not, that kind of thing. Let's wipe these down. And I have to remember, since I'm in England, to drive on the left-hand side.
Turn left.
Yeah, look at this. Boy, it's turning's a little tougher. Yeah, for some reason it didn't recognize my wheel, and when I put the wheel back in, it didn't have any settings for it. So I had to reset them, and I think the sensitivity for the steering is a little bit off from what I'm used to. So we're going to give it a try and see if if it's a real problem, then we'll change it. But otherwise, we will adapt. Since it's a snowy day, sometimes you have to struggle in the snow. But this kind of sucks without a trailer on. I'm still doing this. So anyway, here we go. We're going to go pick up our fuel oil that we're taking to Paris.
Right. Turn right. Here we are, safe and sound.
There's a few other trucks in the yard. For those of you that have never seen the multiplayer mode, we are in ghost mode. So he can drive right through me, or she can drive right through me. Let's see, Paris. So we go back here. So we drive through these people. Then go back here. There's our truck, and the other truck is probably headed to the same truck. That's just the way it works in multiplayer. Yeah, I gotta focus on my turn. My radius, I need to tweak that a little bit more. So the key here is to ignore what this guy's doing and just focus on my own thing. See? Because you get mixed up here. Whoa. Yeah, that probably isn't lined up quite right. You get focused on what they're doing, and they drive through you, and suddenly you don't see anything, and before you know it, trouble. So.
Time to get the job done.
Here we go. Take a little picture here for the thumbnail. There we go. And there we go. And there's a beautiful, foggy, snowy, rainy day in London. So we are off. So of course, going to Paris means we're going to go through the tunnel, which usually is pretty crowded on the multiplayer server. There's about 2,500 truckers on here right now, and there's a great deal of concentration between London, France, Germany, Italy. That's where a great deal of the truckers are. So we should see a lot of other truckers on today's journey. I'm hoping to do is to get to Paris, and then we're going to go from there to Naples, but we'll see how things pan out.
Turn right.
Or Rome. Somewhere south.
the roundabout, take the second exit.
So the steering actually feels better than it did before. And again, it's a sensitivity, but it's just a little more, it's got a little more resistance to it, which I'm not used to because I guess the way I had it set up before, the steering wheel was just kind of wild.
Now.
This is set up as a controller wheel, so it's not a wheel with pedals. It's actually the combo PlayStation PC wheel. So I'm pushing the buttons to accelerate, which you can tell when I rev and stop like that. That's just pushing the buttons. I have pedals for it, but my current office setup, I don't really feel comfortable using them. It's just not a good reach. It's not like driving in an actual car or truck. For me, the pedals kind of slide around.
Exit now.
I need to find something to rectify that because I would like to use this with pedals, not just for Truck Simulator, but also for Formula One 2001 and also my flight simulator stuff. I have the
keep left and then turn left.
The rudders, pedals, and all that. So
turn left.
All right, we are off to the coast. Let's see on the old map. We got to get out of London first. Yeah, this wheel's going to take some getting used to, but I like it. I like the feel of it. It feels a lot better now, but I can't just like turn at the last second like I was used to doing on the old settings. This you have to pay attention and you have to look far enough ahead that I can see when I get on the highway that I'm going to have to really pay attention to my turning, or it's just going to kind of be this jerky zigzagging.
Keep left and then turn left.
And we are headed towards Dover.
Turn left.
Yeah, that's the way the wheel turns. So I don't do a lot of the multiplayer. It would be nice to do some convoys. You see a lot of convoys in multiplayer. Sometimes they get out of control. They'll get like 10, 15 drivers, and they spend so much time queuing up and trying to keep track of where everyone is. It takes them forever to actually, drive a route. But it would be fun to do, a handful of these things with, a few drivers. Maybe a 5-truck convoy or something like that. That'd be pretty neat to do, but I don't spend a lot of time. I'm not crazy about the governors on the trucks. I think they're governor out at about 110 kilometers an hour. So, not that I always go faster, but there are times when you're on the Autobahn or whatever, and you want to kind of zip along, and you get these long stretches where they force you to reduce your speed. That is not so great, but it is what it is. But it's a nice change of pace, and every now and then you can get into a decent conversation with somebody if you're driving along. When you're in the multiplayer, if you press your tab key, you'll see if somebody's in your neighborhood. So you can see there's a handful of people.
Go straight on.
Well, actually, there's only one other person here. But as we get closer to the tunnel, you'll get a lot more that'll pop up. we're okay for gas, so we'll wait till we get to France. Actually, we shouldn't have to fill up. We're not that far, only 4 hours, and that includes half an hour through the channel. About halfway between London and Dover, maybe a little bit more than half. As you can see, we're gonna hang a right. We're gonna get off the highway, and then we're gonna bear right. We're gonna go south. But we're actually not going into Dover. We're gonna turn, and then we're gonna go right to the tunnel.
Keep left.
Yeah, this
Exit
wheel's
left.
taking a lot to get used to. It's the right thing to do. Change your settings and go online and film it. See what happens.
Turn left.
Oh, somebody's behind me. Oh, turn the other way. Oh, and you probably can hear it's trash day outside. Maybe you don't. We'll see when I edit, but it's loud in here.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
The good thing I like about multiplayer... see, I waited too long. Damn it. Now we got back up. Hope we don't hit the rail. Well, let me get through this. The good thing I like about multiplayer is that you don't have NPC trucks. And sometimes the NPC trucks in this game are really kind of iffy as far as whether they're doing the right thing. Although I say that after having just missed that turn. But I like this because, you know, you just have to keep your eyes peeled for the blue dots. Otherwise, you're you're in good shape, you can just make these turns. Oh, looks like the rain stopped. Which is nice. Hopefully it'll be that way when we get into France. This game has a habit of when you get on a ferry or a channel train or whatever, if it's clear when you get on the train, then when you get off the train, it's gonna be raining. I imagine there's a way to change the amount of weather you get. I assume so. I know the snow that's in here is from the Truckers MP server. That's the mods that they put on for everyone, which is fine. I don't mind that. But we do get an awful lot of rain.
Right.
Alright, here we go. Off to the channel.
Turn right.
Let's pay attention to what we're doing here. There's a truck sitting there. Is he gonna let me... Yep, there you go. Good truck. Sometimes they don't pay attention. Sometimes I don't pay attention. Alright. Alright, I can go down this one, so we're going to go down this one. So we ghost through here. We get right in here. All right, off we go to Calais.
Recomputing.
All right, we're off. Back to the right side of the road. It's not raining in France, so that's nice. Maybe we'll have a nice sunny drive to Paris. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This guy's going the wrong way. What if he got on the wrong train or something?
Get ready to turn left.
Alright, I'm gonna let this guy go. Whoa, why am I decoupling? Oh, that's not good. That's interesting. Huh. Well, I guess we won't be using the horn. Alright, I'm gonna let you go. So, as I've mentioned several times, I changed my wheel. I had to redo my mappings, and I mapped my horn to my PlayStation triangle.
Turn left.
And this guy's in the wrong lane. And
Turn left.
so I went to press the horn to just give the guy a little toot, how you doing, type thing, like people do in this multiplayer server. And voila! I wound up decoupling my truck. Dude, you're in the wrong lane, man. You are in the wrong lane. Yeah. I don't think you realize what's going on. And I think we're out of ghost mode, so when people do this stuff, it's a problem. But that just did my wipers. Yeah, my mappings are screwed up. Oh well. Alright, off to Paris. We don't need a horn. That was my turn signal. I had set the wipers off. I should have spent a little more time going through my my mappings, but I didn't, so that's on me. We don't need anything besides acceleration, braking. The wipers are nice to have. I have my lights, my brights, if I need them, which I don't for this drive because it's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we will be in Paris by 7:30. Not too far. So while we're cruising here in the French countryside, if you get a chance, if you like the video, I'd appreciate it greatly if you indicated as such by clicking on the like button. Subscribing really helps the channel grow, and also clicking the notify bell helps out too. It all kind of helps because YouTube looks for that stuff and says, okay, somebody is actually paying attention to this guy, so you know we'll make sure that people have the opportunity to view their videos. So any help is appreciated, but subscriptions and likes are really helpful. So thank you very much. And now we'll enjoy the French countryside on our journey to Paris. I think we'll just take it easy and follow this guy. Maybe not. He seems to be struggling. Nope, now he's going to come over in this lane. Yeah, it's awful jerky too. There's a lot of stutter. A little lag on the server, I think. So, and he's drifting into my lane. Don't hit me, dude. He's struggling, so we're going to give him a little... There you go, dude. Sorry. Get ahead of him. He's drifting to the right. He's drifting to the left. I don't think he's... I don't know. Maybe his wheel's worse than mine. Maybe he's trying to do this with a controller. Or maybe he's doing it with his mouse. You get a lot of that on here, you know, which is fine. You know, if they're enjoying the game, that's fine. You know, you just try to avoid other people. Pay attention to which country you're in, so you're driving on the proper side of the road. But you know, otherwise, have fun with it. We are close. 50 minutes.
Keep right.
I'm expecting to see traffic pick up here a bit. We've had a fairly steady stream of trucks, but once we get into the city, I'm assuming, I mean, I could be wrong, but again, there's about 2,500 truckers on here, so there should be a decent concentration in the bigger cities like Paris and Frankfurt, Berlin. We saw in London already, and when we get down to Italy.
Go straight on. Go straight on. Keep right, and then turn right.
So I think this is one of those deliveries where
Turn right.
it says Paris, but we're actually on the outskirts of Paris. Another thing I do is I do right on red because I live in California and we do right on red here. So I'll take my chances with Johnny Law in Paris. I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, when I was in France, I honestly don't remember if they had right on red or not. Of course, that was a long time ago. But I used to go to Paris quite a bit. I was stationed in Germany with the Air
Go
Force.
straight on.
And we used to go there sometimes just on a whim. Like after the bars would close, we'd go to...
Get ready to turn right.
We'd go to Paris for omelettes, that kind of thing. It's about a 5-hour drive. Alright, let's see. I guess we're all
Turn right.
piling up in here. I don't know if this guy's waiting or not, but I'm turning, so...
We are hit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Please don't, please don't, please don't. Oh, fuck. I know, guys. That's a little sad. That's a little sad. Alright, we're here. Let's just play it safe. Get out of here. Alright, let's do this. There's a little tight fit here, isn't it? Look at this. Come on, truck, turn. I don't know, maybe I should tweak that sensitivity. Or I should just focus more. Decouple. Get some money. Not a lot of money, but 14 grand is 14 grand I didn't have. Go back out here. Let's go to the job market. Let's see. Yeah, see, we're up here. All right, let's see. We're not going north. Not going north. Bologna might be pretty good. And then take that to Bologna and then find something Bologna to either Naples or over to Sicily. I could do that. All right, let's do that.
Ready to roll.
It's probably about an hour and 23 minutes just to pick up the load. Oh well. I guess what I'm doing, and any of you that have played this more than I have can tell me, but I think what I'm doing is I need to slow down or stop and adjust my wheel a little bit more, because I'm just rolling through and I'm trying to turn the wheel, and this wheel you got to crank it, you know, several revolutions before you get anywhere, and I think that's what's going on. CB chatter. Let's see who's on the CB. Alright, dude, I don't know what you're doing, but I am going out. Nope, I'll let you go out. There we go. Good job. Yeah, so I gotta slow down when I'm turning here. I'm turning. I'm rolling and not turning enough. That's basically what's going on here. So, okay, regardless. It's very rare, even when the wheel is the way I want it to be, that I don't have some damage on a journey. So
go straight on.
Let's get some gas while we're here. That way we don't have to deal with it on the highway.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I pulled over to the side here. I had to do a couple things, real life things outside of
Get
the
ready to turn left.
play truck. And
Turn left.
in that time, as you can see, the rain started again. And I also changed my steering just a little bit, but it seems to have helped a little bit, but not much. So we're probably going to tweak that again next time we stop and just gradually kick it up a little bit more until it's back to where
Go
it
straight
was
on.
more comfortable for me. But for now, we're back in the rain. We're not going to see Paris, I don't think. I don't know. This may actually be in the city proper where we're picking up this load. If hopefully I didn't miss out on it. Hopefully it didn't time out. I don't know if F6 tells me this or not. Nope. We shall find out here shortly. Yeah, once again, real life gets in the way and then everything turns to shit. It was a nice sunny day and now it's going to be a nice rainy evening. Hopefully it's not going to be that way all the way into Italy. Damn. Okay, this wheel. I might change this when we stop to pick up our next load. Might tweak it up a little bit more because it's just not responding as it used to. I mean, I have enough videos on the channel now. You can see that I generally know how to steer. My steering skills, I think, are on point. So yeah, this is interesting.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. At the roundabout, take the fourth exit.
Fourth exit? That's quite the roundabout.
Exit now. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Whoa, dude. Seriously? Little corner cut in there, huh? Jeez. That actually makes me feel better because I look at that and I'm like, okay, I'm not the worst driver on the server right now.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right, and then turn right.
Alright, turn right and right. Way right, and then
turn right.
Turn right.
This is where it ends.
This is where it ends. Not really. This is where it begins. Alright, let's see what's waiting for us if this truck is still here for Bologna. Yes, it is. Medical vaccines. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's go. It's probably timely delivery too.
Time to hit the road.
16 hours and 52 minutes. That takes us to 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We gotta go through the Alps and through Italy. So it's 8:30. I don't think the clock advances when you do, like when you go to a rest area. So I don't know if I have control over whether we're driving in the dark or the light. I prefer driving in the light just so that, you know, you have a little more scenery to view when you're watching this rather than just seeing a truck driving in the dark.
Turn left.
But we'll see. We'll find a rest area and I'll try to I'll try it and see if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we'll just drive in the dark. So, you know, that's how you turn out of a depot. I say that now, I'm sure I'm going to run into the side of a truck.
Turn right. Turn right.
Maybe you hear the second of 3 trash trucks that have shown up at the house.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Okay, off we go. Let's get to the highway.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. roundabout. Take the third exit. Exit now. Keep left.
I assume we're headed towards Lyon.
Keep right.
I don't know if we go
and
to
then
the
exit
coast.
right.
I know not all of France is represented in this game,
Exit right.
but I think it's like through the Ardennes. No, is it the Ardennes? What am I thinking? The mountains outside of between France and Spain. I think that part isn't represented because if you do have the Iberia DLC, you don't have that big chunk. Like you can't drive straight from Paris
Keep
to Barcelona, for example. You have to go to a port, and then you take a port into Spain. I figure at some time they're gonna bridge that gap. They've already done it with, or they're working on it now with Russia, with their Russian expansion. Because Russia, there already is Russia. I was in Viborg the other day, and St. Petersburg. I have a garage in St. Petersburg, so they're working on Russia. I believe they've tweaked France somewhat as far as the scenery and the graphics and all that. But I think they need to fill out the rest of the country, and they need to bridge between France and Spain. Hopefully they'll have the time and resources to do that. And there's probably a mod for that already. I mean, somebody probably already has something in the workshop. Hard to say, but if they do, maybe I'll look for it.
Keep left. Keep left.
So yeah, we're headed south. Gonna hit Lyon. I remember my days of driving through France. South here is where you would head to go to Le Mans. A couple years I went for the 24-hour race, which was really super cool. And then to the south of France. Generally, we'd go to the south of France. We'd go through Switzerland and all that, take the scenic route. But you can go through Paris and then down to Lyon and Marseille, and then kind of cut over to Saint-Tropez. Lots of traffic. Traffic jams, if there was an accident or something, were horrendous in France. It's just brutal, especially in the summertime when people are going on vacation and all that. I doubt that that's improved much. I know it's cheaper to fly in Europe these days because of all the discount airlines, so there may be more of that going on. But the highways were pretty big between the big cities then. Same as they are now. They were all like 4 lanes each direction. So can't imagine it's gotten any better. Excuse me. I can't imagine it's gotten any better. And I wonder if they still do the same thing where people get in the left lane to pass and they all put their left turn signal on, like they're signaling you that they want you to get over. But you'll have a traffic jam, and you'll have 200 cars lined up in the passing lane, and they all have the They all have their left turn signal on, and they just leave it on, and leave
Keep
it on,
left.
and leave it on. If anybody does that, and you know that they still do it, let me know. I'm actually curious about that, because I always, thought that was that a generational thing, and the younger French people just kind of stopped doing it, or is it still kind of an arrogant gesture to, no, you get out of the way, you pull over, I'm not pulling over, you pull over, the next guy, you pull over. And now we hit the toll booth, I think. Yes. I was going to stop, wasn't I? Alright, well, we'll stop at the next one and see if the time advances or if it just stays what it is. Be nice to see some of the scenery.
Keep left.
Whoa. I'm telling you, man. Maybe it's something on the Truckers MP server. There was a little thing about physics on their splash screen, so I wonder if I should have read that maybe they found a way to tweak the physics so that most of us can't drive our trucks like go-karts, and we actually have to think about it a little bit. Which, if that's the case, then, I applaud it. I think that any little bit of realism like that, I think, is a good thing. I mean, it's not really a simulator. It's, it's just, it's not a simulator, but it's also not an arcade game. It's, you have to think a little bit and, pay attention and all that. Mistakes are generally costly as far as when you actually have to get your truck repaired. But yeah, I think it's nice that they kind of do stuff like that. You can see I got my high beams on, and pretty good graphics on this computer, and it's dark. It's dark, and you can't see that far ahead of you. So I'm curious if any of you watch any real truckers on YouTube or Twitch. I haven't been on Twitch that much as a viewer for quite a while. There was a guy that was on for a while that he streamed his truck drives, and it was pretty interesting. I wish I could remember his name, and it's bugging me that it doesn't come to me right away. But there's a few on Twitch. There's quite a few on YouTube. Chez, I think his name is a young guy who just got his license, his CDL, I think not too terribly long ago, and He went through the mentoring process. I believe he worked for Swift for a short amount of time, and my guess is that he didn't care for the company. Could be totally wrong, and he could have just decided that he loved the company, but he wanted to go out on his own. But anyway, I've watched his videos. I think it's Chezzy, H-E-Z, if you want to look him up. But if you're looking for real truckers and people that do their own vlogs and tell you about their experiences as a trucker, that would be one to check out. I've always enjoyed his content, and I think now's a good time to really keep up with it because of, especially in the States, but I imagine it's the same in Europe too, with all the issues of supply shortages and added burdens and obstacles that truckers face, such as here in California with the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, and trying to get in and get loads, and all the obstacles that the state kind of puts in the way. I think it's it's a good time that if you're kind of into this, that you should I want to pull over here. If you're into it, then it's something that you should check out. Is some of the actual live truckers that are
Reroute.
driving cross country during the pandemic.
Go straight on.
So let's see where I'm going. I hope I didn't just miss it. Oh, no, I can go right there. Now, you know what? Can I go over this thing? Because I don't want to... I really want to try this thing out. I hate driving over the median, but it works. Let's see. Oh, time advanced. Hello. No. Darn it. If you look at the GPS, well, the GPS says it's 21:55. That's a shame.
A few moments later.
All right, well, the rain stopped. I guess that's the upside to all this, right? So, here we go again. So we have 12 hours and 50 minutes. That'll get us there at 11 o'clock. I think I said originally it was 1 o'clock. So we've actually shaved a couple hours off, which I assume we're going to shave a couple more. So it's a shame because we're going to go through, I think we're going to go through almost all this in the dark. Sun will come up around 5, maybe. So we're going to get about 4 hours of daylight. Somebody on my tail? I can't tell, but if he is, you can go around me. Totally missed that. Somebody's honking their horn, but he's not there, or she's not there. Oh, there it comes. Now they're coming up on me. Alright, well that's fine. You can go around me. Yeah, the way I'm with this wheel, I don't want to ruin somebody's morning and just, plow into them. So now it appears that we're turning off.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn right.
There we go. Lyon, Marseille. My high beam's off. Yeah, you really just can't see anything. I mean, I'll turn them down if I get right on somebody's ass, but, you know, if I'm back even a little bit, it's just better to have them on. Because you can't see any of the curves ahead of you, and you can't just stare at your GPS the whole time and, you know, oh, well, I gotta turn here, I gotta turn here. You know, you gotta kind of have a little bit of a view ahead of you. You don't want to look down at the road right in front of you. You want to view ahead of you, and you be able to anticipate what's going to happen, what you have to do, and not just like keep whipping the wheel back and forth, reacting to every little change in the road direction. Now we're headed towards Geneva. My headquarters garage is in Bern, Switzerland.
Keep right, and then exit right.
So for me, that's going home.
Exit right.
So now we're headed to the French Alps. We may actually already be in them as far as the map on this game is concerned. We will probably cross into Switzerland, and then from Switzerland we will turn down south and head towards Milan, but then we'll cut over to Bologna. Of course, Italy is my absolute favorite country, not just in the game, but in real life. I lived there for a couple years, and I would love to retire there. There's a lot of countries in Europe I do like, some I don't care for that much, but most definitely Italy's at the top of the list of countries I like and people I like. So in this game I have a garage in Naples, and I often drive between Bern and Naples, just down the coast, and then over to Sicily, occasionally to Sardinia. It's nice. There's parts of the country I think that, again, I'd like them to build up a little bit more, kind of like I'd like them to do with France.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh, we're going into Lyon still.
Exit right.
Yeah, so we're not headed down south towards Marseille. We're actually headed towards
Go straight on.
Geneva at this point. So we are definitely, we're not in the Alps, we're going to cut across over into them.
Keep right.
Look at that, there you go. Now the wheel wants to cut over like all the way, look at that.
Keep left.
Pretty fair amount of traffic here, you know? Headed towards Geneva and then Turin. Yeah, and now our time's down to 8:45 is our arrival time. So, I mean, I'm not even zipping along here. I'm actually keeping it at a pretty decent clip, under 100 kilometers. But the time keeps coming down, so there's a good shot that, you know, we're not going to have much daylight before we get to Bologna. Which again is a shame, but you know what? We get through this and get this load dropped off. That's the important thing. Gotta make that money. One of these days, I want to get a passenger car in this game and drive around to the areas that I haven't explored. I think I'm at 35% of the map that I've actually explored, which isn't really that much. And I feel like I've covered a great deal of distance, but so much of it is these highway miles that I haven't gone off the, onto the side roads and the country roads in a lot of areas. I just was in Istanbul a couple days ago, and I was really impressed with it. The scenery and all that, they really did a good job with it. I went from Istanbul to Bucharest, and it was a very nice drive. And so I want to do more of that, but I think I want to do some of that in a passenger car and see how that works out here. I don't think you buy them in the game. I think they're workshop things, although I could be wrong. Somebody wants to tell me whether I'm right or wrong on that. That would be awesome, because then I'll know where to buy it. Otherwise, I'll Google it. But yeah, I'd like to get a passenger car. I imagine the physics are similar. You're not going to buy a sports car that's going to handle like a sports car. It's probably going to be a sports car that handles like a truck. But we'll see what it does. Little construction zone here. Yeah, now we're going into the Alps, I believe. Let's see what we have on the map. Yeah, there's Lyon. I know if you go to Rio Lyon, there's a long tunnel that goes under the main part of the city. That isn't it. This is the actual the start of the Alps.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. And overcompensating on the wheel. I think I have to spend some more time in here. If that is a physics thing with the Truckers MP server, then I'll have to spend some more time in here and get more comfortable with that. This is actually a new truck for me, but I've driven it. I've driven it 4 or 5 times now. So, as far as getting the hang of it, I've gotten the hang of it in the offline mode, but the online mode, you know, as you can see, I'm having a few issues with it. I also want to do a video instead of the driving part of it that covers the garage and the employees and the hiring process and the training process, and you know, how much are you spending on each employee as far as, you know, getting them, do you want to get them the best trucks possible, you know, start them off in lower end trucks and wait until they start making money, you know, those kind of things. I think there's an economic aspect to this game that I think it's interesting. It's not really, you know, high level economics, but it is kind of interesting, and it might help some people who want to get into the idea of, you know, developing the business end of things, and, you know, how big can you make your empire. I think I have like 7 garages maybe. Some of them I bought recently, but I haven't even staffed them yet, so I mean, I need to spend some time doing that. So I think that might actually make for a pretty decent video, so I might do a video on that too. If you know, if that sounds like something you might want to see, you know, let me know in the comments. You know, again, if you can like, subscribe, and hit the notify button, that would help me out a lot as far as growing the channel and getting an idea of what kind of content people want to see. Okay, I think this is probably the last of France, and we're going to get into Italy and more toll roads. Yep, now we're down to 7, like 20, a quarter after 7 that we're going to arrive. So that number keeps coming down, way down.
I was a little surprised when it said 13 hours from Paris to Bologna because, again, I'm not even going that fast. I'm doing 100 kilometers, and every time I start drifting up above 100 kilometers is when I really have issues with steering. It just doesn't respond. It just kind of wants to drift out a little bit. So, yeah. But even at 100 kilometers, we're just tooling along here, and the time keeps coming down. 7:04. Yeah, this might be like 5 o'clock by the time we're all done. So, we are in Italy. Or as Sergeant Hulk would say, welcome to Italy. Again, my favorite country. My favorite country to drive in. We'll go here, we'll throw the coins in the basket. We interact with a human being who wants to get paid. Or maybe not, maybe you have to put a card in here. I think Europe's probably automated at this point. Alright. Oh, we burned through some gas, didn't we? I filled up in Paris and I already got less than half a tank. Alright, well, let's pull over here. We got a gas station right here. Still got 6 hours to go, so we might as well fill her up, because when we started it was 13 hours, so we're really only, halfway there. But the way that clock keeps coming down.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Yeah, I know. You get so pissy every time I stop to get gas. You need to chill.
A few moments later.
Alright, off we go. That was 750 euros. The first part of Italy is quite a bit of windy, just back and forth zigzagging roads. I know. I'm sorry I'd honk the horn, dude, but I would decouple my truck, and we really don't want that. But the first part of Italy up here in the north is twisty, somewhat. Big wide arcs, right and then left and all. But then when you get into the heart of Italy, it's a lot of straight roads. And a lot of tolls. Whoa, jeez. Yeah, it plays differently. I mean, my brakes, with the wheel, it's a little more than a PlayStation controller. It's just, it's not this sensitive. Like the brake is the the L2. I hit the brake and the thing just stops on a dime. And it usually doesn't do that. It just, it'll stop pretty quick.
Keep right.
But not
and then
not
exit
that quick.
right.
So yeah, I'm really curious about the
Exit
settings
right.
and the physics, and it could just be me. But anyway, we're headed towards Milan at the moment. shows up on here. You can see that we're headed down there. There's Turin, but we're kind of going around it.
Keep left. Keep left. Keep left.
And yet another toll booth. Not quite the Garden State Parkway, but there are a lot of them in Italy. You know what? Let's go this way. Let's do the automated one. Five hours remain. It's 5:48 a.m. So the way we're dropping this off, we might be there before 4. Let's see where we're going now. We're going straight to Milano still. There we go. I thought we were turning for a minute there, but nope. Road ends. Whoa. See again on these ramps. You just turn a little bit and the damn thing oversteers. Every other turn, it's under. Another toll. I don't know if it breaks it down. I would like to see that. You know, like a spreadsheet or something on cost that you could get in your finances. I haven't even looked at that to see if it'll do that, but I'd be curious. Because that would be kind of neat to see what tolls are and all that. I mean, they're really minimal when you consider, you know, you drop off a truck full of medical supplies and you're making like 25 grand, you know, and you spend a couple hundred in tolls. But I would still be curious just to get an idea of how much overhead there is. Because, I mean, you know, my deliveries are kind of carrying the company. There's a couple drivers that I have that do well. But for the most part, the company lives or dies based on what I do as far as my hauls.
Keep right, and then exit right.
When I'm not recording, I try to do hauls,
Exit
like I do
right.
like super long hauls. Sometimes I record them. I did one a couple weeks ago from Naples to Sweden. You know, that paid, I wouldn't say right about 100,000, but I like to do the really, really long hauls that there's a lot of money in. I don't do a lot of short hauls. Let's try this again. So, we will arrive now. We're saying we're going to arrive at 4:05. So, like I thought it was going to be about 4. But we have 2 hours and 43 minutes left. So, we will be down around 3:30. Between 3 and 3:30 by the time we get there. Which is 6, 7... No, originally it was 10 o'clock, I think. So yeah, we shaved 6 hours off, and again, I'm not playing Speed Racer here. I'm keeping it at about 100 clicks. But yeah, it's working out, so that's fine. There's plenty of opportunities for nice sunny drives. We can see Bologna on the map, going by Parma, and there's like a big crossroads, and then we go to Bologna, but we can already see our destination, our final destination, on the map. So we're definitely close, 100 kilometers away.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Keep right, and then exit right.
Bologna. Bologna.
Exit right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Keep right. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
We're going to arrive at 207.
Exit now.
That estimate isn't really so good, is it? I guess you're on time if you're going to do, like 80 or 70 the whole way or something, because I mean that was off by 8 hours. And again, there are a couple stretches I did 110, but
Go
for the most
straight
part
on.
it was like between 90 and 100. And the way I was fighting the wheel, I mean, I'm sure that there was a lot of times to slow down completely. So that was, I don't know, quite an estimate.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left.
And here we are.
Turn left. It's all over now.
It's all over now. Let's play it safe. Get a few extra points and then park it over here. So I think we're going to end it there, and I appreciate your watching the video, and I would hope that you take just a quick moment to like and subscribe and to click the notify button. Again, it really helps the channel with growth. That's the object here, is to entertain and have fun, and try to start up a little community. And to do that, I need your help with the subscriptions and the liking part. So thanks for joining me, and hope to do this again soon. And make some more money. Look at that, 78 grand. Wow. That's pretty good for a not terribly long journey. So anyway, I will talk to you soon. Thanks and bye.